Hello dear students, today we are going to start class 9 Economics chapter 2 People as Resource part 2 Human Resources. Students, in this part we will cover introduction, quality of population, human capital formation, investment in human capital, the role of education, the role of health, the role of training. Students, let us recall the issues we discussed in previous part so that it will be easy for us to understand the further contents. Students, in previous part we discussed that the chapter People as Resource is an effort to explain population as an asset for the economy rather than a liability. Population becomes human capital when there is investment made in the form of education, training, and medical care. Like other resources, population also is a resource, a human resource. We also discussed, students, that the economic and non-economic activities done by men and women. The economic activities we discussed, those are performed to get money. Non-economic activities are performed by person for pleasure or out of love and affection or out of pity. That is, any act which is not done for money is a non-economic activity. We discussed about economic and non-economic activities. We also classified the economic activities in three parts, that is primary economic activities, secondary economic activities, and tertiary economic activities. We discussed about these issues in previous part. Now in this part we will see the quality of population. Students, people as a resource is a way of referring to a country's working population in terms of their existing productive skills and abilities. As people, those are having education, skill, and good health, they play the role as an asset for the country. They do the productive activities, economic activities. They increase the income of the country. They give the contribution in the economic growth. Human capital refers to the stock of abilities, knowledge, and skills as acquired by the people of a country which can be used as a resource in the process of production. Students, for the production, human being needs ability, knowledge, and skill. With the help of these qualities, a person is able to do the production. Higher stock of human capital implies higher level of skills and abilities which can be used as a resource in the process of production. Students, all human beings engaged in some useful activities represent the human resources. Human resources are essential to give value to all other resources. That's why we can say that is the superior resource. A technique is needed to convert a substance into resource value. Therefore, highly skilled and educated persons are most essential for the economic and social progress of the country. As a factors of production, human resources provide the labor force of a nation. If the labor force is strong and efficient, it can contribute to the economic development of the country more effectively. Skilled and efficient labor is needed to make use of physical resources, because physical resources cannot be utilized by their own. It is felt that by providing education, training, nutritious food, and health facilities, people can produce more than what is being done by illiterate and untrained people. Every human being is a potential resource for the society. Quality of population. The quality of population depends upon the literacy rate, health of a person indicated by life expectancy, and skill formation acquired by the people of the country. So students, these qualities are needed in the population. Earlier, the huge population was considered the liability. But with the help of quality of population, we can convert the population into asset, and they can contribute in the economic development of the nation. Students, how to develop human resource? Three components are essential for the development of human resources as national asset, that is education, health, and training. Countries with higher levels of literacy, education, and training are able to make use of improved techniques of production much faster and can overcome obstacles of economic development. Skilled laborers, foremen, engineers, scientific and technical manpower is needed to construct dams, create steel plants, shipping yards, and to accelerate the process of modernization. Trained nurses and doctors are needed to save people from diseases and epidemics. A well nourished, healthy, educated, skilled, and alert labor force is the most productive asset to the country. Human capital formation. Human capital refers to the stock of abilities, knowledge, and skills as required by the people of a country, which can be used as a resource in the process of production. Students, for the production, a person should have abilities, knowledge, and skill. Human capital formation implies greater expenditure on school, colleges, hospitals, and nursing homes. Students, there is a great role of the government to provide these facilities to the people. Those are not in the condition to get all these facilities, that is education, skill, healthcare. So these things should be provided to the poor people by the government. When the existing human resources is further developed by becoming more educated and healthy, we call it human capital through education, training, and medical care formation that adds to the productive power of the country. Students, we can increase the ability of the people by providing them education. Skill development programs we can initiate, we can give them medical care, and we can enhance the quality in the population. Investment in human capital. Students, investment in human capital yields a return just like investment in physical capital. Students, physical capital refers to the stock of machines and other man-made physical assets which are used in the process of production. Human capital, on the other hand, is a stock of knowledge, skill, and abilities of the people which can be used in the process of production. For example, Machine is a physical capital, while the skill of an engineer to make machines is human capital. This physical capital is the consequence of human capital. Therefore, as a factor of production, human capital has emerged with great significance than the physical capital. Global impact of information technology industry, that is IT industry in India, is an outstanding example of growth of human capital in the Indian economy. It is beyond doubt that there is a direct relationship between human capital and the economic growth of a country. Greater stock of human capital implies greater productive skills at the disposal of a nation and therefore greater size of the country's national income. So students, we have seen that population becomes human capital when there is investment made in the form of education, training, and medical care. Like other resources, population also is a resource, a human resource. We can develop the quality in the population by providing them education, training, and medical care. We can do investment as we are doing investment in physical capital, we can do investment in human capital also. Role of education. Students, to make the population an asset to the nation, special emphasis was given during 7th five-year plan. The emphasis was on initiating the programs. Those were universalization of elementary education, education of the weaker sections of the society, including girls, scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, quantitative importance of education, especially technical and higher education, vocationalization of secondary education to provide skilled personnel needed by the economy. So these were the features of 7th five-year plan. Now students, education is an important determinant of the quality of population of a country. Education not only produces good citizens but also directly contributes to the process of growth and development as highlighted by the issues those we are going to discuss. Education helps in the growth of specialized skills which widens the outlook for better schemes of economic development. Education increases awareness and scientific outlook of people. Accordingly, people no longer remain ignorant and fatalistic in their attitude and approach. It increases efficiency and speeds up the process of growth and development. Education facilitates research and innovations. Good education also contributes towards cultural richness and efficiency of governance. So many benefits are there of the education. Education increases the ability of a person. It also changes the outlook. It develops the scientific outlook of the people. So there is a great role of the education in the formation of human capital. Education is the most important component of resource development. Let us see some points. Proper education and training enable the formation of this human capital. An educated population is an asset or resource. Education enhances the enhance, it should be enhance, students. Enhance, that is education increase, enhance the quality, the quantity and quality of individual productivity, which in turn leads to the growth of the economy. It develops personality and sense of national consciousness among the people, which are important for rapid economic growth. Students, unfortunately in India, education for all still continues only as a slogan of the politicians. Nearly half of the country's population is illiterate, not even being able to read and write. Accordingly, quality of population remains poor. This acts as an hindrance in the process of growth and development. However, over time, education in India has tended to expand. Students, the total expenditure on education by government has over the years risen significantly. The amount allocated for education in the 5-year plans shot up from rupees 151 crores in 1950 to 51 in the first 5-year plan to rupees 43,825 crores in the 10th 5-year plan. The government has also introduced several special plans for the provision of education for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, the northeastern region of the country, and female literacy. Apart from programs like Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan for providing elementary education to children aged 6 to 14 years, back to school camp, bridge courses, midday meal schemes have been introduced all over the country. Students, however, the literacy level still remains quite low. This is evident from the statistics which show that literacy among males is 50% higher than females. Also, the percentage of literacy in urban areas is 50% more than in the rural areas. Apart from this, there are wide variation in the level of literacy in different states. Kerala, Chandigarh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Goa, etc. shows high literacy rates, while states like Rajasthan, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and Arunachal Pradesh show low literacy level. So this is the condition of education in India. But there is need to focus more on education, that is to improve the quality of population. The role of health in human capital formation. Students, health is another important indicator of quality of human resource in a country. Good health implies good consumption level of the people or good quality of life, and therefore a good level of energy. Good quality of life in terms of good health of the masses itself is a sign of economic prosperity. It further contributes to the development by way of high efficiency, high degree of employment. People enjoying good health are naturally more efficient than those struggling with ill health. Likewise, people with good health find themselves fit to work, while those with ill health only suffer from sloth and inertia. Here again, our country does not show good performance due to mass poverty and low level of consumption. A large number of people do not enjoy good health. Consequently, a large percentage of the population is inefficient compared to the people in the developed countries like USA or Japan. Also, ill health keeps a large number of people away from gainful occupation. This is an obvious hindrance in the process of growth and development. However, after independence, government launched the 5-year plans. Health services have been given significant priority in the plans. Accordingly, over time, health services have tended to expand, though the overall situation still continues to be far from satisfactory. Students, let us see the importance of health. The health of a person helps him to realize his potential and ability to fight illness. Good health increases the efficiency of a worker. Health is an indispensable basis for realizing one's well-being. So students, health plays a vital role in human capital formation. Without good health, a person cannot do the productive activity. He will be not able to do the production. So there is need for good health, as also it is essential factor of quality of population. The role of training in human capital formation. Students, we discussed that the prime factor in human resource development is education and training. It has been considered the most important single factor in achieving rapid economic growth. These also aim in harnessing the energies of the people. Today, population should have the quality, because today production methods have changed. Skill development has become a big issue with regard to unemployment. There is a demand for skilled labor. A skilled labor is one who possesses proper training and education to work in a particular field. Education and training increase productivity of the workers. It helps to improve employees' knowledge and skills, which in turn increases the quality and quantity of production. Higher productivity means higher profitability for the organization. Students, definitely, if a person will be highly educated and trained, that person will increase the income of the company, of the nation. With the higher productivity, training gives employees greater confidence. Trained employees need less supervision. Properly trained employees are more confident about what to do and how to do. The emphasis is on learning new skills rather than performing the actual job. Skill development can be achieved by giving specialized training to labor force. Apprenticeship programs is designed for a higher level of skill. It ensures on the job training and provides with classroom instructions in particular subject. Students, a skilled labor gets regular employment and understands new technologies at work and acquires capability for competing with the labor force of the other developed countries. Government took many steps to give training to develop skills. The Central Board of Workers' Education was formed in 1958. It is doing a very commendable work in creating desirable understanding and enthusiasm among the workers for the success of industrial growth. Now students, we can see one recent example, that is Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. In that, Indian youth population to take up industry related to skill training. This training helps them to secure a better livelihood. Training increases the skill of the people, make the people expert in the work. So training also plays a vital role in the human capital formation. Now students, in the last, test your progress. Some questions are here and you just try to solve these questions. How is investment in human capital similar to investment in physical capital? What is the role of education in human capital formation? What does human capital stand for? Describe the policy of government in the field of education. How does investment in human capital lead a return just like investment in physical capital? So students, these are the questions. I hope you can do these questions. Thank you.